Welcome to a zerok Palladium game where we have a 4 versus 4. All of them, of course, high ranked players, but we do have one sneaky little super giant in there. On the northwest team, we've got in the red that super giant Nataximu with an engineer commander and an airplane factory. No blueprint for them, or Swift, so no real blueprint. The teammate in the orange fax with the fax machine, level 2 already, and a jump bot factory. In the pink, we've got the big glaive, poor kitty, with env bots, so not actually going for glaive. And in the yellow, Mudgy, with cloak bots and an engineer commander as well. Glaive as their blueprint. Already a little bit of fighting going on over here between the blue glaives from Sixy the glaive enjoyer, walking storage, Muha Toro, once again in the purple. Why do they always feel like they're getting purple? That's probably not right. No, I've seen them as red as well. Oh well. Anyways, Phoenix, moving along, decides to bomb the max. And does still take quite a couple of glaives with it. And is that enough glaives to take down the commander? No, it isn't. Or at least it shouldn't be. And especially with that jump, the commander does indeed live. Was closer than expected, honestly. But still, does live. Commander from Kitty is coming forwards as well. Already upgraded the big glaive with the machine gun. But the cannibalism commander should still be able to hold on there. Might still lose the position, but it will not go down. At least it should not go down. Way far forwards, blue at the big max. Like 3.5? Yeah, 3.5 metal max. Is under pressure by the heavy, or well, not the heavy fax machine, the normal fax machine. And the other factories on this side. Green, Masper, with airplanes as well in the corner. Spiders for Rar, though we haven't really seen them use any. There comes the first Venom, or at least the first one I see. And of course, Muratoro with those rovers. Red once again with the Phoenix bombing run. Does take a little bit down. Will they lose the Phoenix itself? Seems like the answer is yes, because Raptor isn't that bad. But Raptor slows down an insane amount. So 9.5 HP and it does live. Unfortunate. Could have chased after it to destroy it and is still going to do that. Alright. Over here, single Venom taking down 2 metal extractors. Enough glaive there to, well, push it away. But hasn't happened yet. Raptor, pretty decent HP, 1100 HP, so for an airplane that is pretty good. But there is the Raptor from the enemy, and all of a sudden, yeah, your Raptor is going to go down. There it goes. Venom really shouldn't have any business being here, but hey. All the way at the base from Fax. Not able to chase the Constable because it is slowing the Venom down. But what is the Venom able to do? Is it able to take that max down? Maybe. But should not be able to. At least I don't think so. It's close, but no. Maybe the Phoenix is going to take the max down. But no. Good enough micro that it does not go down. Not even to the afterburn on the second max. You with the Fax with Over here, Sixy could have been taken down that max, but will not do so because the glaives from Mudgy are coming in to take it down. So, why is this corner not under control by Team Southeast? I don't know. Why is there a max there that has not been taken? Yeah, good raiding going on. Awful Phoenix there from Nata. And that commander. Scorchers not close. so are way reduced in their DPS, so the commander will stay up. Maybe a couple of maxes will go down, especially with the Phoenix bombing and hitting pretty much all of it. They should go down. But that is assuming that the Ravager decides to shoot. It does, and Afterburn takes it down. Last Ravager does seem to survive this. Most likely. Well, no, with the ducks chasing it will not. But still, yeah. A lot of losses in the back of the base for Northwest. But also, attrition there isn't that bad. Especially with, well, 800 reclaim that's also available for you. It hurts, but it's not too bad. Bro, and then they say resign. I mean, they are being pressured. Map control isn't that good. But still. With Southeast not having the corner secured, where there are 3 more maxes, then another 4th max over there. Yeah, eco for Southeast is actually lacking compared to what Northwest has. Geothermal does make the gap a little bit smaller just because of the overdrive. But still, eco for Southwest Southeast isn't that good. So I don't think you should resign. By now even 110% attrition for Northwest. So yeah, not doing too poorly at all. Once again, just a couple of Venoms engaging. Also not the best engagement there. Pyro should really just retreat though. I mean, it goes down in a single shot. Pyro's jumping in. Jack jumping in, but not directly onto the enemy commander. But that commander that should still be toast. Unless it is able to jump away. But even then, Jack should be able to catch up there. Especially with his jump. In terms of Raptor fights, well, green is not in the best position. Raptors can't shoot backwards. So one of the Raptors do go down. Does go down. The other one does not. And actually the commander, 700 HP only, but does still survive. Didn't really see that coming. Pyro, bombed by the Phoenix. Not a bad bombing at all. You do lose 1 max, but hey. With the crane now going into the corner, you will be getting up 3 and then most likely are going to get up that next one as well. Glaze over here for 60. Opposition, single scallop. They run past it, like to surround it. They can take all 3 of those maxes. Still 1 Phoenix left though. So okay, Glaives running around, ignoring the scallop. Scallop is way too slow to catch up. How is the spreading on those Glaives? Pretty good. So the Phoenix is unlikely to really take a lot of them down. Does take 3 of them down, seems like it. But in that case there are still more than enough Glaives to just take all 3 maxes down. Conjurer is of course cloaked up, so is not visible to the enemy team. So that should still be able to survive that. No real reason to check in the corner like that with your Glaives. And up north as well, the heavy fax machine once again moving forward. The Big Max will be taken over by the Northwest team. So nice raiding going on there by Southeast. But this game isn't over yet, even though they already asked like, should we vote to resign? The answer is no. Scallop being pushed away by a couple of pickets. And Glaive come to try and be sneaky, I guess. Not really sure where they're going. There is no max there, so even if they don't go down, they don't really have anything to really target. Maybe in the home base, but the Grizzly is almost up, so before anything goes down, it's probably already too late for the Glaives. Well, still 10 more seconds. And, well, there, thank you very much, Phoenix, for bombing something that would otherwise probably have survived. I.e. your own metal extractor. Yeah, Not ideal, but hey. Conch is already coming up, so can rebuild that quite quickly. Map control for Southeast still looking good though, even though they have now lost both of those corners. Or like with both of the big maxes. Enemy doesn't have 2 maxes. Max there is also not under control right now, or at least not built. They should be able to build it, but they will not. At least not for now. And another Phoenix run onto all of those Ronins. Very nice. Dropping their bombs a little early, I feel. So yeah, quite a couple of Ronins do still survive. Good engagement still, of course, but yeah. Not amazing. And Widow is up. Is still able to one-shot that commander, or at least perma-stun that commander. Like stun the commander for like 30 seconds at once. But also pay attention to your energy, because it seemed like you were struggling for that a little bit. Advanced geothermal has now been constructed. Would be nice to have it link up to all of those maxes. Or at least have a little bit of energy around them. Because currently your overdrive isn't that good yet. Of course it is like double the overdrive from your enemy. But you're still missing out on quite a bit. Not sure if we have an example of that. Yes, over here. This one is already generating like 0.7 more, right? Yeah, 0.7 more energy just because it has a single solar. So you can generate like 3 or 4 more metal quite easily if you just have a little bit more solar up front or like in the corner. Southern Big Max has been taken down by now. Slings have done a wonderful job there. And soon, Faxit might be pushed away from this one as well. Quite a lot of defenses around it. But I mean, that recon commander has a D-gun. Not sure what, but if that is like cluster bombs, all of those defenses close together can be taken down. Impaler available as well. Jumping? Why jumping? Just a scout, maybe? Could be. Not really sure. Triple Impaler, I mean, even without the commander, those defenses will not stay up for long. And take the max down first. Yes, because it is valuable. It's 5 metal per second in a single max. That's like 10% of your total income. Firewalker. Yeah. No, that is actually the enemy. I was like, Firewalker, don't shoot at your own team. But it did not. Steel Cloakbots over here. Can push forwards. Multiple Reavers in that ball. Couple of Knights as well. So, Commander, you dig? Well, watch out. Because you might have dug a hole for the max. You're probably wanting to dig a hole for yourself as well. Just to survive. But yeah, even that seems a little unlikely. Still, even if the commander does go down, it's going to be hard to stop this. Full HP Grizzly. With Firewalker support and all that. A couple of Bowcats. Still scary. Impalers, as long as these units keep moving, are not going to hit them. But losing the big maxes, both of them, already dropping your eco by about 10 or 12. Considering the fact that this one was like 5.7, I believe. Also, since you now have this under control again, please rebuild the maxes. What is your commander? Alright, minigun. Machine gun. Does have some pretty decent splash, so puppies. You've got a lot of them, but do indeed not take the commander down. Cluster bombs, it is for the recon. But the commander is not dead yet. Still, with the Widow available right away. Spider pathing, you can wait for your cooldown on the recon. Stun it, kill it. Shouldn't be too difficult. But for now, Rar just going back. Not really sure why though. Now moving in with the Widow. Lobster shenanigans over there. Widow coming in Soon. Still struggling for energy? That you're like delaying it so much? Or is it just waiting for reinforcements in your like other spiders and all that? There it is! Stunned that commander running away with the widow. Recon jumps up. Or is it just going to walk up? Don't like that because you're already wasting like 10 seconds. Yeah, not ideal. Recon, keep moving. What? What? Why? I mean, I get that you're scared of the Cloakers. You might have thought like, oh, they've got a million more puppies. But no, in this case they do not. Of course you don't know that, because they're cloaked by the iris. And they are certainly building more. But you could have easily taken down that commander. Would have been quite valuable, would have secured that hill pretty nicely. And once again requesting for Impaler, just to take that max down. In the middle, Phoenix once again going to be bombing the units. Doing a pretty good job there. And all of them seemingly going to survive. Would they did say them already do like one bombing run at least. But yeah, Northwest has gotten up a Lico. Don't see one coming in. Yeah, we do see one coming in. Not on the field yet for the other team though. In terms of great targets, shield ball, cloak ball isn't the best. Commander, of course, going to easily survive a single Lico, so not a big deal either. This commander, not surviving. Scallops flying around, even without a lobster. And there is the Lico from southeast. Still though, for now, eco is better for Northwest. They've got the hill secured, even though they don't have the max yet. The enemy doesn't either. Scuttle coming in with a, say, like middle, a scuttle as well. So 2 scuttles available. This one scouted though. One shot from the Ronin. Not hit by... Okay, it does survive. Just barely. And over here, well... Scuttle, your target is of course that commander, but that's still not a one-shot. 9100 HP. Whereas the Scuttle is only 8,000 burst damage. So you're going to need to get a couple of puppies in range of the commander as well if you want to take it down. Or get a second Scuttle, of course. Lico, what you doing? It's not a bad target. In total, this is still worth like 1500. But now, just bombing a couple of glaives. Still not an amazing target. But commander is out of one hit KO for double eco at 5000 HP. So yeah, they didn't really have a great target in mind. Not for now at least. And oh, that commander should go down. Your Phoenix were still available. And with that commander surviving at like less than 100 HP, you would have been able to take that down. There comes the Odin, and there goes the advanced geothermal. Goodbye. You're not saving that. You've got a single crane close by, but that's not going to be fast enough to reclaim it for until like 80%. So big explosion, but you don't really lose a whole lot. You lose your energy. And you do lose like the grid interconnection. The grid connection, the geothermal itself, but not a whole lot else. Commander, the Recon, was hit by the Scuttle. But as we saw before, 9100 HP, so indeed not one shot by the Scuttle. And the puppies did not get close enough. So, Northwest seemingly going to be taking this game. Completely pushed away. Southeast completely pushed away from the Big Macs on the northern side. On the southern side, They're a little closer, but even then, they're not going to get that back anytime soon. And with their overdrive disrupted as well, Eco way behind, Attrition they're way behind. And 60 already saying GG. Not really already, honestly. Commander there, getting sniped. 60's commander. But it does seem like a pretty decent time to give it up. Majido, try hard, still asking for the max. Even though you can't max it currently because of the scallop that's in the way. But hey, doesn't really matter all that much. Just reclaim the scallop, or like dig it out of the hole, and then you can... I literally just got this land. Oh, there you go. A little bit of terraform, scallop can get out, and the max is already up. Max on the other side, once again sniped by the impalers most likely, because we did see Pax build it, but all of a sudden it's not there anymore. Still southeast, fighting on. Even going to be reconstructing the geothermal. And over here, Odin, just going to drop a couple of temporary shields. Doesn't make the most sense, but hey, it allows you to push a little bit. Allows you to push quite easily into a gas turret, if you want to. And of course, with the Odin not really having any great targets to snipe, just using it as a support role is not a bad thing at all. Northwest gridding their maxes up better as well, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame. You're not going to link that max up at all. You should really get Hellkay or just space your solars closer together a little bit. Because, yeah, they're diagonal, so they just barely don't hit. It's a shame. But you don't really do anything against it. Maybe they will notice, but I don't think so. Or at least not very quickly. So it's going to be yellow. Oh, yellow is just going to fix it. Alright. Will that pay off? Probably not, honestly. But hey. Once again, Rar. With their commander jumping. Level 9 commander. Sure. Can't really fight a commander war when it comes to building turrets. Enemy already has 3 available, and of course, well, with Caretaker and a higher build power commander on their side, yeah, your 8 build power is not going to be enough there. Down south, Kitty, still just moving forwards with the cloaked lobsters. Scallops thrown in, bombed by the Lico, so we'll already run back. We'll heal up a little bit in the water. But it's GG. Decent back and forth game where I definitely expected Southeast to have a bigger lead at some points.